What up, my man in society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Log, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. It's absolutely free. You know, that is how you get my channel into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to get into was actually several topics. So we're going to talk about several things, right? You know, the Trump, assassination attempt, Lefty Gunplay, supposedly, texting transgender, thoughts on, like, my real thoughts on, like, red ragging sureños and, and RodneyLA and all that, right? So I was actually sitting in my live by Turbo, Dispensa. I didn't get to see your comment, because I was far behind, right? Right. So don't think I was ignoring your question, whatever. I just hadn't seen it, right? But he had asked, word around is that RodneyLA makes better content than you. How do you feel about that? Now, for those who are not aware, RodneyLA is a YouTuber. Go subscribe to his channel. That's the homie. He's a solid individual. Cool guy, man. He puts out content, where he goes to, the actual hoods of the, individuals, right? He takes you on a tour around there, a live tour, happening, So it's not like a fake one. Like, he's actually biking around, He's a cool individual. He don't bang with nothing, but he's a vlogger. He's cool. He's cool people, right? One of the few individuals that I actually talk to outside of YouTube, right? So I do communicate with the individual. He's a, I support him, in his channel, and he has good stuff. Now, how do I feel? Yeah, of course his content's better than my content, bro. And I got no problem with that. I enjoy his content. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. You know what I mean? I agree. I don't have an ego to me. You know what I'm saying? So if people like his content more, then that's right, bro. That's good shit. I'm not someone who gets jealous or is butthurt or has an ego. I'm just not that type of person. Ain't no hate in me and shit like that, bro. You're not always going to be the best at what you do. All you can do is just give it your all. You know what I mean? And if people enjoy it, they enjoy it. And they don't, then they don't. You get what I'm saying? So I support, though, and I hope people do go subscribe to him. So, that's what I think about that. Now, another one I was asked is, what are my thoughts on Lefty Gunplay, supposedly, that he was texting a transgender, right? Well, I don't know the backstory behind that. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know, I don't know what people are even talking about. I seen a few videos, right? And now was that a girl pretending to be? Is that like a transgender pretending to be a girl, and that's what happened, or what happened? You know what I mean? Because I know social media, I don't know if it did say that she was always transgender on her profile, or if she switched it after the conversation, or if she was just trying to, do this to try to, get something, like, if you don't give me money, I'll leak this information. So I don't know, maybe it is true, maybe it isn't. I don't know. So, now one thing I find funny is that people be like, another L for the Sud, or damn, the Sud constantly be taking L's of lately, and it's like, first of all, when any incident happens between any individuals, whether North, South, or any other group, that's their incidents. You get what I mean? It doesn't reflect on a group. You get what I mean? So, like, when, let's say whoever people think did the better diss track between Bands and Lefty, that's a W for whoever the individual that won, right? Not a W for the Sud or the North or anything like that. What the hell does their careers and their lives have anything to do with the groups? If they take W's, they take the W's, them, not the groups. You know what I mean? People, put individuals on such a high pedestal out here, bro, and reflect their actions on behalf of groups, bro. That's not how it works. They do stuff and grind out there for themselves, and they take all their winnings and W's for themselves. It's not North and South has nothing to do with movies, music, internet, nothing like that, bro, to try to relate the groups. to this kind of shit. You know, this is between individuals, their personal beefs and dramas and lives. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with gangbanging. Once they're out there on the streets and actually putting in work and doing stuff like that, and whatever happens in the process of that, then that's gangbanging, and that's where, you know, it's relevant. Stop trying to grab people's lives and trying to affiliate it with something. You know what I mean? That when Nipsey was building a shopping center, that's not, hell yeah, the Crips are doing good things. No, Nipsey's doing a good thing. You get what I'm saying? So I don't understand when people try to grab, you know, you know what I'm saying? It's strange, bro. That's non-gang related people for sure. Because people from the streets don't see it like that, homie. Like, oh yeah, this fool did a chingon track, so the suit takes a W. Get off the internet, my guy. Please. Just stop already. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to all that stuff, bro, and people, you know, yeah, hell yeah. I was hearing how people like the band song. Hell yeah, the North took the W. Like, the hell does the North have anything to do with this, bro? This is between bands and Lefty, my guy. People are crazy nowadays, homie, for real. Right? They're artists, my guy. They're not representatives of you know, of groups. They don't claim that. They never have claimed that, because no one's entitled to come and say that kind of stuff. You know, at least that's out there. You know, or wouldn't even say it to begin with, right? People are a trip. Now, you know, for all the ones that were asking me about that, you know, the homie, I think it was Soul Cow. I think that asked me about that, right? Now, I was also asked about my thoughts on red ragging sureños. Yeah, there's a lot of homies that are red raggers, you know, more than 50 barrios. You know, I made a video on my other channel discussing this matter, right? Where, you know, and they have, this is not something that's new or it's trending or they're going up against the grain. They've been red raggers since before there was a North and Sud, all right? They're not trying to be cool or fit in, or this is not something that's new. You look at the pictures, bro, that I put in that other video. Some of those pictures are old as hell from back in the days and in prison too, bro. This is not something that's new or only in the streets or whatever. Stop, bro. You got your information from Chicano rap, and you thought it was always like this, and it wasn't. You know what I mean? It's a hater, you know. It's facts over feelings, bro. Como dijo el homie. So overall, you know, me, like for example, me personally, I have never wore the color red. I would never wear the color red. No offense to the North. Nothing against you guys, whatever. I just don't rock the color red. You know, blue is my color. Blue has always been my color, you know. Is the color that my neighborhood represents, right? So why would I wear red? Or why would I use a red rag? You know what I mean? There would be no need, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I always keep, you know, blue rags on me, you know what I mean? Not only in like, in bandanas or whatever, it's even on my lokes. You know what I'm saying? So, I have never wore the color red, and I will never wear the color red. You know, just my personal preference. You know what I mean? No offense. You know what I mean? Some people like red. You know, I'm just on the blue. You know, but I never disrespect, you know, those who, you know what I mean? I give everybody their respects. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to come on the internet and disrespect people for what? There's not gangster, that's not down, that's not cool, that's not G. You know, and I would be disrespecting all the homies that represent the red, right? Because this has nothing to do with colors when it comes to gangbanging in the streets. Colors are irrelevant. It's about where you're from that matters, not what color you're wearing. You know what I mean? Homies just move a little different, right? So colors means nothing to us. You know, when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? A color doesn't make you a southerner. The color doesn't make you a southerner, right? So, you know, but I just wouldn't wear the color red, right? But no disrespect to those who do, because there's a lot of homies that do, right? A lot of barrios, more than 50 barrios. And there's other barrios that use green, brown, white, black, gray, etc., right? So, overall, I tip my hats off to those, right? But it's just not a color that I would wear, and I prefer blue. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know. So that's just my thought on that too. Riverside La Sierra. Shout out to you. And now my thoughts on the attempted assassination on Donald Trump. Right. So it was been reported that it was an attempted assassination by a registered Republican, but has recently did some donations to a Democratic party, right? So maybe somebody who's decided to change to the other side, right? Now he's a 20-year-old, from Pennsylvania. Now his classmates have came out, right? He graduated, he was 20, so he was young, and in a time period where he just left high school, and he's still in that chaotic time of his life, right? Where still trying to understand yourself, right, and build your who you are, right? Um, Especially, it's where a lot of people feel a lot of pressure, right? Because you graduated and now you're trying to see what you're gonna do with your life, right? So apparently he was bullied, outcast, he was picked on a lot, according to his classmates in high school. He was a loner who was picked on. So maybe that played a role in it, right? Because Donald Trump is a bully. Donald Trump calls people losers and stupid, and he makes fun of people, right? So this individual, you have to understand there's people out there who are going through a lot of shit, and then just any incident, that they hear, right? And if they could relate to it, they might think that that message is directly towards them, right? So maybe him, insulting, other people, calling them losers and stuff like that, maybe he took it personal, right? And since he was a Republican, like, well, how could my people support this kind of individual? And since he didn't have any friends and he wasn't liked, right, he probably decided to do this maybe like that. People, since a lot of people hate him, maybe now he'll be seen as a hero, and he'll be respected, right? Maybe that's what he wanted, just people to like him, and since he's seen him as a bully anyways, and he's been bullied, his entire life, right? He just felt some type of way, maybe. These are just my opinions. It's not facts. It's just what I think, going off of the information that's been put out there. Because like I said, he was young, so he was still, in that stage where, he's you know what I mean? Like he's not really rational in his mindset, right? Because he's still young, right? So he's still living and learning. So, it makes it difficult when you've been outcast and bullied, in your childhood, makes it rough. So, maybe he's seen this as a way to try to gain some type of respect, or, for people to actually notice him. It's cool shit, and that's why I feel like, people have been saying that it's a conspiracy or that this is a setup and it's a plan. The one thing that's wrong, or the flaw in conspiracy theories, right, when it comes to certain I'm not saying that it's potentially not true, right? Because who knows, maybe it is, right? The conspiracy theories out there, right? But I'm saying when it comes to stuff like this, the one of the main problems is that you're talking about a lot of individuals out there, right? Normal day individuals, right? Who are not influenced by governments and politics and are nobody's puppets, right? Who are individual thinkers for themselves, right? And who are going through their own battles, who don't even pay attention to politics because they have their own shit going on in their actual real life. They're going through depression, or they're having all kinds of shit with themselves, right? So, then they decided to take action and do something crazy, like something like this, right? Not because, of the conspiracies or whatever, but because of the situation that they've been put through, right? And they just want some kind of recognition, so they do these kind of things, right? And because with so many people out there, anybody who knows who might be a shooter or might be pushed to that, or who's hanging on, on that last string, right? So people are gonna do what they're gonna do. you know People could attempt to try to stop them, but individuals are still gonna take action. It's a crazy, crazy world, right? So that's where the conspiracy theories is just falls apart, right? Because there is individuals out there who really decide to do stuff like this for their own reasons. It has nothing to do with the world or whatever's going on. you know Because people, when they think about the conspiracy theories, they leave out those factors. Like, well, no, you still have individuals that go through their own shit and who are looking to make their own statement, unrelated to this kind of shit. What's stopping them from doing that kind of stuff? Nothing, right? So why aren't you putting that, or at least considering that as a factor? Just like you consider all of this, well, you should consider that one too, because it's plausible. Tell me, why isn't it? But overall, that's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave in the comments. Shout out. We out.